Welcome back to my channel. This is Rusty, Russ, a man of many names. Well, I worked pretty hard this morning on my business. I got up really early and I tackled the day and went and did the huge account that I have, and I got it done before it started raining like cats and dogs. So, this channel is about doing stuff. Well, last week I started this YouTube channel, and I'd been putting it off for probably 2 or 3 years. And last week I had had enough. I really felt that overwhelming feeling inside of you to get off my butt and get this started. I have tons of ideas, things I want to say, lots of stuff to do, new people to meet, and I hope that you can get something out of this channel, and I can get something from you guys from having this channel. So last week, I wanted to start this channel up, and I didn't have a selfie stick, a multi-pod stick for my phone. So I made one. I went out to my shop, got some cardboard and some duct tape and a mirror, and I made myself a multi-pod camera holding stick. So today, after I came home after working all morning, had my lunch, I wasn't going to sit and watch TV, take a nap or anything. I got my butt down to the store, and I got this multi-pod Bauer 6-in-1 tripod selfie stick. It says protect, perfect for almost any situation you find yourself in. I guess this will help you use the bathroom. I don't know. So I hustled it down to our local Best Buy, and surprisingly, it was pretty slow in there. Normally, there's a million people in there trying to buy products and stuff. And while I was in the store, it rained cats and dogs, literally cats and dogs. So I made my way to the hostess. When you walk in Best Buy, they have a podium. It's not a lectern because nobody's speaking. A lectern is something you speak at, and a podium something you stand behind. She asked me if I needed any help. I really wasn't sure what type of product I needed or wanted. She said she could find somebody to help me. I said, I'll head over in that direction and see what I come up with. And I'm standing there with this stupid look on my face because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know Best Buy that well. I don't know where all their products are, what aisles their products are on and stuff. So I'm standing there, and this guy named Angel comes up to me and says, "Hey, can I give you a hand? You looking for something?" I said, "Yeah." I've kind of fibbed to him because you don't want to break rule number 1 when you start a YouTube channel. You don't want to tell people that you started a YouTube channel. I don't know. That's the consensus all across YouTube. There's tons of videos. Don't tell anyone. So I tried to keep it a secret. So I made up this story. Hey, I want to make instructional videos on how to do things. And I need to hold my camera while I do it. And he got on his computer and he started typing up stuff, and I stopped him and I said, "Where, you know how to type?" He says, "Yeah." And he was just hacking away like a woodpecker on a piece of wood, just check. And I said, "Where did you learn how to do that?" He said, "I learned how to do this with some computer program called monkey typing or whatever, and it's paragraphs come up, and you try to type the paragraphs, and if you screw up, the laptop slams down on your fingers, and then you got to start it all over again." So So I struck up a conversation with Mr. Angel. I said, Angel, what's the deal here? You're more advanced than I am. I know why he's more advanced than I am. I don't know anything about computers. I don't know anything about editing. I don't know anything about this and that. And I told him what I was doing. I said, look, I'm going to come clean with you, brother. I started a YouTube channel. Yeah, me. Ugly, old, wore out me started a YouTube channel. And I watched his body language and he was like, really? I said, yeah, really. I started a YouTube channel. See? I broke out my phone and I laid it on him. I said, this is what I started last week. I said, do you do YouTube? Do you have a channel? And, he shared his thoughts with me on why he doesn't have a YouTube channel. And I thought to myself, this guy's got talent. This guy's got the Elvis Presley it factor thing written all over him. So I went into inspire mode and I started telling this guy all these ideas and all these thoughts that I had. I was explaining to him how I'm not good at some of this stuff that he's good at. Maybe we could collaborate and get together and, two coconuts are better than one coconut, and come up with some ideas. He told me he didn't feel comfortable being in front of the camera. And I said, well, you gotta step up to the plate, man, and take a swing. This guy's inspiring me to learn how to type. So I want to learn how to type. I'm 52 and a half years old. And when I was in middle school, they set us down in front of these mechanical typewriter things, and I got two left hands. I can't type. I can't tink, 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 Couldn't do it. And eventually, when you're in class like that, they set you in alphabetical order. And then the worse you do in the class, the closer you get to the back row, which is closer to the back door or the entrance door, and then they drop you from the class, because that's what happened to me. I got kicked out of typing class. And it wasn't the end of the world, because I didn't care. I got kicked out of typing class. Whoop-de-doo. I got kicked out of algebra, pre-algebra. The algebra before pre-algebra, before that algebra, I got kicked out of that. They put me in what you called back then consumer math, because you have to have some sort of math class in order to meet your requirements for getting out of the public school system. So that consumer math class was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because this guy talked about checkbooks, savings accounts, real estate, all this stuff that a man needs to know about. And I got a C in that class. I think for every semester or whatever, I got like a C. And I know he was padding my grades, because I failed every test he gave me. I couldn't figure out some of the answers to some of those questions. I'm just not like that. So I didn't even graduate high school. I used to be embarrassed about telling people that I didn't graduate high school. And I went to in the summer, when you don't graduate high school, they offered an equivalency thing where you go for like 6 weeks and you get a GED or something, graduating idiot's diploma or something. So I failed that class. So then the next year when they offered it, they only offered it at the end of the school year for like 6 weeks for some reason. And it's supposed to give people a second shot at getting whatever. So the next time around, the following year, I passed the requirements, and I think I probably passed one of the tests, which was, I think they were sick of seeing me. They're like, whatever, you're good, you know. So I got like a D minus. They gave me this certificate thing. I showed it to my dad. My dad, believe it or not, he framed it and hung it in his bedroom on the wall. So I achieved greatness in my dad's eyes, which makes him happy and makes me happy. So I didn't, no one ever asked to see a high school diploma or any of that at any of the jobs I ever applied to. I guess they were just happy that somebody answered their ad and somebody showed up, and I was a warm body. So most of my jobs that I did were labor. I didn't have any jobs where it required thinking. You know, the most thinking that you had to do was, you know, make sure you take your lunch break and don't work over 8 hours a day. So you know, where the time clock was, the bathroom, the break room was pretty much, you know, requirements of my job. So, but anyway, had a pretty good day today. Hopefully I inspired somebody to break out of his eggshell and try YouTube, you know, make a video or something. I don't often inspire people, but there's always that one chance. So, well, if you like this stuff, like and subscribe if you want. And if you're just passing through, give it a like if you like it. And make every day a great day. And don't forget to do stuff. I got up off my butt today and I bought a new selfie stick. And I like it. Till next time.